Just wanted to give you guys all a heads up. Viewer discretion is advised because Tony's on this show, and you just need to be ready that he pre-gamed. Uh, Not a recommendation by the DM. This was a player decision. So just viewer discretion is advised, friends. Yes, welcome to the first session number 1 of the comic community playing Dungeons and Dragons on my channel. This is going to be a whole lot of fun, I hope, or a wonderful train wreck on my channel that you can all enjoy. This is the Keys from the Golden Vault campaign, and I've got all the players ready backstage, and we'll be bringing them in here in just a second, but I'm going to kick us off with a little bit of information about the campaign. So here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the start of our tale. Tonight brings you the beginning of what will hopefully be a mildly diverting entertainment. It will play out over many acts, of which this is the first. Allow us to set the stage. We lay our story in the coastal metropolis known as Fairweather. It is a bustling and thriving city where races and classes of all shades and sorts come together, although some might be more welcome than others. From the wealthy elves who live on the hillsides to the laboring, poverty-stricken orcs and goblins who toil along the wharf, this is a city where anything is possible for the right amount of money. It's a melting pot with a healthy dose of crime, although it's mostly organized. A dash of royalty, although it's mostly inbred. A hint of corruption, although it's fairly out in the open. A soupçon of sophistication, although they agree that the opera is a bore. And a dollop of honor, although nobody really likes to talk to those kinds of people anyways. But there is enough trouble to keep everyone busy. Today is a special day in Fairweather because a group of 5 individuals has come to town. They've been invited to a restaurant at the edge of the city near the mountain passes, but this is no ordinary invitation. Each of our 5 individuals has been given a special card-like invitation from a member of an organization known as the Golden Vault. This is a secret society known far and wide for 2 things: their intrepid criminal activities and their desire to right social injustices. Will these 5 burgeoning criminal masterminds choose to join the ranks of the Golden Vault? Well, only time will tell, but let's hope, or this is going to be a very short series of live streams. The restaurant that they are attending is neither classy nor sophisticated. It sits on the edge of the city, just inside the city walls, nestled among the spaces where there are still a few trees that actually grow. And the hustle and bustle of the city is much quieter and further away. From the outside, there are dark windows that allow little view of the interior and a simple sign with an olive tree and golden leaves. Underneath it is simply the name, in common, Donald. The interior is fairly simple. There are 5 round tables in the center of the main room, a fireplace in one far side, and several cushy chairs near it. There are also 2 booths on either side of the fireplace with square tables. There are saloon doors on the western wall that lead to the kitchen, where you can hear sounds and smells of cooking and cleaning. And on the southern side of the main room, there sits a curtained opening that leads to a darkened antechamber. In the corner near the kitchen, there's also a small bar where just a few bottles linger, waiting patiently. As the evening deepens, the dinner rush has cleared out, and there are only a few patrons. There are 2 couples enjoying the round tables in the center of the room, and there's also a trio of women sitting in one of the side booths. The other spaces are all empty. A pair of dark-haired human twin ladies circulate as servers and waitresses. A gnome with a pencil-thin mustache stands by the front door as the host. So into this restaurant, one by one, our characters will be joining us. So there you go. Tony is sitting there taking notes, and I'm hoping he really got all of that information, because he's going to be the first one to walk into our scene. So in walks Lucian. Can you tell us a little bit about what Lucian looks like as he comes into this restaurant?
Lucian is a half-elf, short black hair, medium pointy ears, no beard, and he...
I did. I actually did.
Yes, you did. I'm so proud of you. Anyways, I have leather. I'm on a roll here. Stop it.
I know. I'm interrupting you.
I have just leather armor, and I just
Are you carrying anything that we can see? Any weapons, anything like that? That we should be...
I have a rapier and I have some daggers.
Okay.
That type of thing. But,
so you come in, and the little gnome walks up and he says, "How can I help you, sir?"
Yeah. Can you give me your best table, please?
Of course, right this way. And he takes you over to one of the booths near the fireplace.
Nice.
You have on your card that it says "Ask for Donald." So you don't need to do it right away, but as your choice, you can. All of the cards have a little "Ask for Donald." And he escorts you and sits you down and says, "The waitress will be with you right away." And he scurries back to where he was.
So I sit by the fire and take in the heat.
Okay. Look, it's pretty quiet, but there's a little chatter going on. Next up, we have Kaylin comes to the door. And what does Kaylin look like, Paul?
So, Kaylin's going to walk through the door and almost has to like duck or stoop through the door. As a very, very tall, lightly robed figure. They have a face covering, and pretty much all you can see through the hood of the robe is these bright turquoise blue eyes, long, crazy hair, kind of like tan stone colored skin, and you see some tattoos going up about 3/4 sleeve is down, rolled up, and tattoos up the forearms.
Damn, you did a much better job than I did. Damn.
How long are the sleeves on the robe? Are they up high, did you say?
No, 3/4 length, so kind of like how I have my shirt.
So they can see a little bit of the tattoo.
So just the quarter of the sleeve there of the forearm. Kind of walks in. Doesn't seem like they have much, like satchel. You do see a hilt of something kind of poking out of the robe. It's got a very, very like soft amber hue to the end of the hilt. You don't know what weapon it is. As Kaylin's going to walk in, they're going to kind of take a look around, see where...
Can you roll your passive perception for me real quick?
I can roll a perception check.
Just your basic perception check.
I rolled a 17 plus 2, so 19.
So you definitely walk around without having to step on the little gnome who is like startled by your size and sort of scurries beneath your feet.
And I kind of take a step back and I say, "Excuse me," and the voice is very, very low, but kind of nondescript. Everything else about this character, like you can tell them from across the room, but the voice is kind of like you can't tell one way or the other who they are. And I pull out the card out of the side, and I don't say anything. I just show the card.
Oh, very nice, sir. Would you like to sit for a bit? He's not quite ready for you.
And I just kind of gesture over to the bar.
Okay. There's a couple of it's a standing only bar, but you can certainly be at it. And so he walks
that way. I don't have to try to fit my frame into a booth.
Or a
how 2 or 3 of the seating arrangements are already taken over. So I kind of just very cautiously walk over to the bar, and I try to keep if the bar is tucked up in the corner, I try to keep my back towards one of the walls.
Okay. Easy enough.
And I order a drink.
Okay. The waitresses are kind of scurrying around, so they'll get your orders if you guys want. But it's mostly just water and wine. It's pretty much all they've got.
Perfectly fine.
And as you're hanging out, in walks Perv Mervin.
Perv Mervin.
What does Perv Mervin look like?
Well, Perv Mervin is a goblin, but he has found that goblins are typically stereotyped against, so he has met, at best case scenario, being looked down upon, and worst case scenario with hostility. So he has tried to disguise himself as a halfling. He doesn't wear like a halfling mask, but he has fashioned a leather mask to kind of cover his face, so you don't immediately know that he's a goblin. And this leather mask, his first version of it had an open mouth area so he could eat and talk and stuff, but he quickly realized that gave away the fact that he is a goblin still. So he came up with a new invention. He's an artificer. Came up with a new invention that it has a zipper across his leather mask. One step ahead of me there. So he walks in and he sees the gnome, who is roughly his size, and he says, hello there. My name's Perv Mervin. I got this card here from a guy named Donald. I don't know what I'm really doing here, but I figured I'd investigate and see what the deal was. I'm looking for some work, and I'm just new to town, so I don't really know what's going on, really.
What are the odds that the characters, meaning the gnome, would recognize that you're wearing a mask? What, should I be rolling for this, or is it instantly aware?
No,
easily aware.
It is not a mask like in a way that like Michael Myers wears a mask. It does not look like a humanoid face. It is almost like
clearly a contraption.
It is clearly a leather mask.
Okay.
That almost matches his studded leather armor. So it's not.
Oh, okay.
He's not trying to make his mask look as though it is trying to trick people into thinking that is his face. It is just a mask.
Got it. Well, hello, sir. They're almost ready for you. Would you like to sit somewhere? There's tables, there's booths, there's chairs by the fire. What would you like?
Do you have like a waiting area, or better yet, a restroom?
The outhouse is right around outside behind the side of the building. If you need to use the facilities.
All right, yeah. Let me just run out there real quick, and then I'll be right back. Well, when I say be right back, I don't know. Like, it takes a little while to get this whole get up off.
Totally understand, sir. Don't need all the information.
Okay, great. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
God, I hope he does his whole voice off the whole time.
So he scurries out, and in walks Flappin.
Hey. So
what does Flappin look like, Adam?
He is pretty nondescript. He's a wood elf, but he's got just sort of tan skinned, brown skin, brown hair, pretty young, but not too young. He's 100, so
okay.
Well, I mean, for an elf, that's 30-ish, and or so. So, just pretty nondescript, wearing robes, nothing that stands out about him.
Any gear or weapons or anything?
Just a spear on his back.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. Can I help you, sir? Says the little gnome at the door.
Yeah, I got this card to come and see the dawn.
Thank you, sir. He's not quite ready for you yet. Would you like to get a seat or a booth or a seat by the fire or something? Yeah. All right. I guess he just sort of gestures to the room for you.
I just find an empty table and sit down.
Okay. And lastly, because it's taken a while for Perv in the facilities, in walks Emma.
Hey, Emma.
I'll have you know that a charisma of 10 is still a plus nothing. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Adds no difference. So, JP, what does Emma look like?
So in walks a hooded figure that is, her face is in shadow, in gray leather armor, with a short sword and a dagger at her belt. She kind of takes in the room, takes in the gnome at the door, and pretty much doesn't say. As she walks by, she's like, "Can I do who else is it? How many people were in the room? Sorry,
2, 4, 7 plus the 2 waitresses makes 9, plus our 3 friends here.
Okay.
And you and the host.
So she kind of does a quick assessment of everyone in the room.
You get the sense that most of the patrons are older, not very young. They do seem like this is maybe their go-to place, and they're all here because they're comfortable here.
Right.
It's not the cool young people spot.
So she kind of flashes the gnome the card and doesn't say anything, and then puts it away.
Oh, wonderful to have you here. There's several spaces if you'd like to sit. I believe Mr. Donald's almost ready for you.
She says nothing and proceeds to the bar.
So the 2 little waitresses are scurrying around. If you need wine or whatever, they're not accepting any money, any payment. If they've seen your card, they're not asking for any payment. If you haven't shown your card, I think everybody showed their cards, so everybody's getting a free libation or water or what have you. There's no food coming out at this point, but they're definitely giving you a drink if you need it. When Perv comes back,
yeah, I'll come back now. So when I come back to the door, I've got a bunch of small rocks in my hand, and I say to the gnome, "Hey, I found these on the way back from the outhouse. Is it cool if I take them?"
Well, I suppose, sir. There's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, there's quite a smorgasbord. Thanks. And he puts them in a small pouch in his belt, and he says, "Any chance I can get a flat white?"
Are you meaning the wine, sir?
No, it's a coffee libation.
I'll ask the kitchen for you if you'd like.
That'd be great. Thanks so much.
He goes back. He goes back to the kitchen, and when he comes back out, he goes by to each of you and says, "I believe Mr. Donald is ready for you. If you pass through the curtain on the side there, he's in the antechamber."
Right.
And then he goes over and pulls the curtain aside, and it's very dark and hard to see, but you can kind of make out, even before you've come in or gone close to it, that there is a desk, somebody sitting behind it, and then a bunch of comfy couches and chairs sort of around the edges of the room. There's only one window, but it's very, very dark, like not a lot of light coming through.
Sorry, so all of us just follow.
It's up to you. That's the view. That's what Alec always used to say. Like, you can do anything. The waitresses are putting your drinks at your tables or whatever you ordered.
So when the waitresses come by with drinks and then the host comes over, Emma and I are the only 2 at the bar. Like I noticed, I clocked her walking in or clocked them walking in. So I kind of go to turn. Do I notice Emma turning also to go?
No.
Okay.
She's assessing the room. She's standing there, barely acknowledged that he walked back by, and just watching to see who else gets up and moves to the thing.
Can everybody roll perception check for me?
Yeah.
30-20.
Ooh.
22.
Ooh.
Hold on.
12.
14.
Oh, I rolled a 7.
So everybody but Lucian and Perv
So it's dots.
notices that the waitress gently talks to the other patrons, and they hurry up and get their things and leave, so that it's just the group of you in the room. Like there's the staff and you, and when they're gone, he turns the little sign to close, but he doesn't lock the door or anything like that. The door is still open, but they just turned a little sign to close.
Did I get my coffee?
Yeah, he did bring you I think he brought you. Well, let me see. Actually, he got something that is a very close approximation to what you want. Like, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be his interpretation of it, but it's pretty darn close. I rolled a 17.
As I walk towards the antechamber, I am carrying my cup and I place it on the bar and I go, "This was all right, but for future reference, just let you know, this was more of an Americano. It was a little too milk forward to be a flat white, but I don't know what put you on the spot there. So thanks anyway. And I
Many
walk.
apologies, sir.
I love you.
All right, so Perv goes in and potentially picks a seat or something like that.
Yeah. If there are
Anybody
seats,
else?
you would
Yeah,
take them.
I walked in.
I walk in too.
All right, so 3 people have gone in.
We're noticing that Emma and I are at a standoff. I had noticed that they didn't turn and everybody else had gone, and I kind of look back and I give them a nod, and I walk up and I try to stand. You said the window.
There's a window,
was
yes, facing out to the street where on the entrance side of that room. But it's a very dark kind of glass, so just a little bit of light. And it's evening, so not a ton of light coming in anyway.
Is it behind the desk where we see the person at the desk? Like we noticed the figure at the desk. Is it behind the desk or is it closer to?
It's behind
like
the
where we
figure
would
at
be?
the desk, but it's a big enough window that you could stand to the side of it and still not. It's a big enough window. It's basically that wall.
I'm just gonna stand behind the tallest chair, regardless if there's somebody sitting in it or not.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand behind the tallest chair.
Those of you that have gone in, it's plain that there is nobody but one person in the room. He is sitting alone at a chair. He is a dwarf, but he is the rare clean-shaven dwarf. There's no beard at all. He seems to be comfortable in his chair, and he has a cat in his lap that he is calmly petting as he is enjoying his glass of wine. And he nods at each of you as you come in.
That's a great looking pussy you got there.
Knew that was happening. As soon as
Oh, you did that for me, but he's the one who's doing it.
It's for everybody. Let's be fair. It's for it's probably going to be for me several times as well.
Yeah.
There's a knockout of twins out there too.
If you're still if Emma is still hesitant,
as soon as like the others have went in, she will follow. But she was just wanting to mostly was trying to just like get an impression of each of them as they went in to get like just basically take an assessment of what she was dealing with, and then she follows it. Yeah. So.
Okay. And the gnome like lowers the curtain, but it's just a piece of cloth. It's not really providing any like blockage for you to exit if at any point you chose to do so. And then he scurries away, and you can just kind of hear cleaning and kitchen noises and such. The man behind the desk nods to you all, and he says, I want to thank you for coming here
Oh my God.
on a Tuesday evening. Each of you has been asked here for a special purpose. This city, it's got its good parts and it's got its bad parts. It's not great, but it needs help. And I work for a certain organization that I think could benefit from your assistance, if you understand my meaning. Here in this city, there's all kinds of organized crime. People, looking out only for themselves, and people get trod underneath that boot. The rich get richer, the poor get, poorer, and in the interim, the city suffers. At its heart, the city suffers. What I think you could offer is a chance to maybe right the scales a little bit, and in return, there might be a way to enrich your own selves a little bit. I have connections through this organization, and if you chose to participate, we would have certain perks for you as a member. I would like to take a moment and introduce each one of you to one another. We have a special plan here for this city. This city needs your help, and the 5 of you were selected as being the key pieces to making this happen. First up, Mr. Tall Man there in the back, that's Kalen. He he has a particular set of skills and can, for your group, I think, benefit you all with a little bit of that magic touch, if you will. And Mr. Kalen, this could be the great opportunity I think you've really been looking for.
At the word of Mr., you can kind of see a visible bristle from Kalen.
Okay.
Just like a little, like they straighten up a little bit more. They kind of turn, roll their shoulders, kind of like it's a visible tell at the word Mr.
Okay. Bouncing on the couch over there is Perv Mervin. Perv has an incredible skill set. He's the kind of guy, if you need it, he can make it. He's the kind of guy that when you need help, he's there for you. And Perv, I think this is the opportunity for you to forge your own path and do the things you want to be doing in this world. Standing tall in the back there is Mr. Slap and Tickle. And he's the kind of muscle you need when, sometimes communication doesn't necessarily solve all problems. And I think, Slappin', you're the kind of guy that wants to do the right thing the right way when if a couple of skulls get knocked, hey, everybody wins. Plus, money is there to be made. This is an opportunity. This city is ready for you. And then where's Lucian at this point? Is he sitting in a chair or is he sitting on the couch? What's Lucian doing? I can't remember.
I'm always sitting. I'm sitting.
Okay. Oh, okay. Relaxing on the couch over there is the man of 1,000 identities over there, Lucian. If you need somebody to get you in and out of tight spaces, if you need somebody to solve that puzzle, that mystery for you, this is the guy. He can sneak things in, sneak things out.
I'm
and in
pretty
this
good
city,
getting in and out too, or so I've been told.
In this city, Lucian, I think you would have a lot of good opportunities for your set of skills. And then lastly, Miss Emma. I know
when he says her name before she, just for the group, like she finally takes her hood back, and you see that not just is she an elf, but she is a drow, that she is a dark elf. And
whoa, holy shit.
When Perv says that, she just says the goblin.
Hey, how'd you know? I thought I was passing.
I just raised an eyebrow.
Miss Emma over here has a bunch of skills that you're going to need. In this city, there's the low class and there's the high class, and Miss Emma is both. Miss Emma's been living a dual life, a life that I think could be thriving here in this city. You guys might know her, and I'm trying to remember the name. I've already forgot it. You might also know her as
Marsala Mathers.
Marsala Mathers. Everybody make I guess a knowledge check. Will that be history? Knowledge? Yeah.
History?
Sure.
Why not? Finally got it.
History.
I got a 23. I know all the lyrics to her songs.
What's a knowledge check? I don't even see knowledge over
history, there. Tony.
History.
Let's do history. History, yeah.
Oh, I got a 19. Okay.
19. Okay, so Slappin' and Kalen probably not as familiar, but Lucian and Perv start peeing their pants with excitement. Now, you guys got to decide.
I just went to the
bathroom.
This is
yeah, that's fair. You guys got to decide if this knowledge to you can decide for each of you if this knowledge is good or bad, but you are very familiar with the sort of high C-level celebrity status that this musician holds in certain circles. So you've heard of her. Whether you're a fan or not is up to you.
Right.
No reaction. No reaction from me.
Oh wow. I don't mean to come off like a stan, but I do I'm a follower. Could I get an autograph before we start?
So when he reveals that her other name, like she visibly like stiffens. That she is not. You can tell that she is not happy that he has said this to the group that she's just met. That her second identity has been revealed.
I know you're not happy about me telling.
Just make it out to pervert.
Secret.
She glances at him and says, "I'll get you some."
But let me tell you why. Before you came here, other people had learned this secret, and we worked hard, and blood was spilled to make sure that you made it here safely, and that secret was kept. And
then just spread.
This group that is coming together here has the potential to do great things in this city. And if they can't handle that knowledge and they can't keep it to themselves, they might find a similar fate as some of your friends in the last city you were in. You have my word, for whatever it's worth, and the word of the Golden Vault, that if information leaves this room in a way that we don't like, it's not going to go well to that person.
Hey,
so first,
I'm actually kind of hungry. Is there any chance I can get some mom spaghetti?
Actually, there's a little meal being prepared if you want to take a to-go bag with you when you're done.
John, how much does Kalen believe what he just said about not the secrets being holding
the threat?
Like, not the threat, but the how much do I believe of what they just said, the Don just said, to be accurate?
Yeah,
you can certainly roll a perception check and see if you feel like isn't that what it is? It's not
insight. It would be insight.
Insight. Yeah, you can roll an insight check
and see rolling an insight on this comment because
see if you see how much honesty you feel is coming off of it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
nat 20 for a 21.
I rolled the nat 1.
A 1 and a 20. With a 1,
I am a country bumpkin, so I'm going to take
you just buy everything. There's not a single lie coming out of this guy. It is all just spitting facts. Emma realizes that he hasn't told a single lie, but that this is clearly somebody who has way more information than they would ever give out at any given moment. So you could call it lie of omission, but you could certainly agree that this person has knowledge and they're not just going to share everything with everybody, if that makes sense. Yeah. So here's the offer that we're making to you. We have work that needs to be done here in the city. If you agree to do it, you get certain perks right off the bat with us. Number 1, we put you up. I found a lovely inn in the center of the city. You'll have private rooms and a meeting area and no cost to yourself. You can set yourselves up in the center of city and do whatever you need from there. A place to work out of. Second, I will give you a tool that'll enable you to have information about the city as needed. If you have questions about politics or society or certain sections of the city and you want to have information, I can make sure that you have an outlet to get that information. And then secondly, I will connect you with jobs, and those jobs will pay and pay regularly, and you'll have a consistent access to those activities. So there's no obligation. If at any point you feel like this relationship isn't everything I'm promising right now, you can walk. Just know that somebody else will say yes, and they will be the one getting the rewards, making an in with this organization and potentially gaining a little status and value in this community. Sorry, were you going to say something, Emma?
No, I'm okay. Just as if you the whole if you want you can walk, she doesn't hide it at all that she doesn't actually believe it. Whether insight or not.
Sure.
Given what he said about how they brought her here and that they've taken care of other problems for her. She doesn't actually believe that.
I take it the fact that you're even here, you all know the Golden Vault is legit. We are known. This is fact. This is status. I have clearly come here at the day of Tuesday to give you this information and give you this amazing opportunity. It's up to you to decide if you want to seize this and where this will take you. Any thoughts?
One chance,
lady and gentlemen. Yeah, right. I think this is an offer you can't refuse. Personally,
I know it's gonna happen.
He slides a box to the center of the table. It is like a tiny golden case. It looks kind of like a music box. And he says, if you all agree, you need to take this with you and go to the inn, the Beg Your Pardon Inn, in the center of town.
Beg your pardon.
Does anyone have any questions?
Oh.
What if we say no?
If
What
you
if we
say no,
now? What if we all say no now?
are you saying that, Kaylin, or is that Paul? Sorry,
No, that's Kaylin. Kaylin speaks
Kaylin is
up.
saying that.
As the first time that you hear them speak loud enough for everybody to hear.
Sure.
And again, just a very kind of flat voice. And I just ask, what if we all say no?
I suppose any one of you could go back to the life that you were living, if you want to call it that, struggling to make ends meet, living off the street and crime and these things and hiding from certain authorities and things. But why? Why not do those same skills and those same talents here and gain not only status, but a safe place, someone to watch your back for you when you get into those stickier situations, and the opportunity to build wealth? Why not? Off of the, from the clutches of the elites in this town that are just running it into the ground.
sounds good to me.
Like, as you say
I'm
this,
sorry. Yeah, I'm in.
so is there both Kaylin and is Slappin and Perv respond? Can I do a perception check of Kaylin? Like, because he said he's like,
Are you trying to gain insight into what he's doing, or are you trying to perceive?
I'm trying to gain insight to, like, he's obviously a large figure that's his face is hidden. Like, do I understand like what this person is and what they're like in their response, how they're just, can I read anything about where this response is coming from? Just like trying to get an understanding.
The fact that he's asking questions, you mean?
Yeah.
And
Like,
not just accepting the offer.
Yeah, that he's asking about all of us walking away, and like just trying to get a feel for this person.
I suppose it would be your insight versus what his deception, if he wants to deceive you in his manner.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
deception or
What would be the other end of deception? What if I'm not trying to deceive and this is just who I am?
And then I suppose then there's no need to roll. It is what it is, and he's got to just perceive you as you are.
Can I do
if there's no deception?
Performance?
yeah, I would say
If there's a performance, though, if there is no performance, if this is genuinely
Like,
you, then then it's just his perception of you, right?
Yep. Okay.
All right, Jason.
that is dirty 20.
I mean, you feel very strongly that this is what you see is what you get kind of individual. There's not a lot of mystery going on, despite the fact that they don't necessarily speak constantly. They're not loquacious or whatever. It's definitely somebody who is not necessarily keeping secrets in any way.
He said he wrote. So
I'm messing.
I'm saying within the context of this.
Within the context of the conversation, yes.
Yeah,
but I'm
because that's all he's able to insight. He's not going to check. He's not checking your high school transcripts or anything.
Well, I mean, he can share what he thinks he would share with body language and stuff. But yeah, okay.
And did Lucian say anything yet?
Yeah, I'm in.
Those of you that are in, there's some food out into the main.
I'm gluten intolerant, so all that pasta in this Italian place.
It's eggplant parmesan. What are you talking about?
Hey, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, okay.
Maron, this is my mama's recipe.
Who am I to insult your mama?
So it literally is mom's spaghetti.
I know. It wasn't. It is an Italian restaurant.
So yeah, given that the other three have said they're in, Emma just basically says, "As if I really had a choice." and
I'm so happy to see that you also see it my way. and he holds out the box towards Emma.
She reaches and takes it.
It's not very heavy, but he says, if you need directions, ask my young friends out there, and they'll happily tell you where to find the inn.
So,
one last thing, lady and gentlemen. We won't be talking again anytime soon. If you have questions, use the box. And if you need to set up a meeting, also use the box. And we'll figure it out. But please,
wait a minute, hold on. How do
don't disrupt my business. Don't disrupt my business.
How do we use the box?
You'll
I'll talk to you about that. When a man loves a woman.
Alec has been waiting to be a non-DM for a while, I think.
That's a sloppy box.
I do want to give. Who was it that recognized my other name? Because I did forget to add things to that.
It was Lucian and Perv, or Tony
Lucian and Perv.
Alec.
Okay, you both also, like, as you think about it, you recognize the name, but you realize that the name that you recognize is not a drow.
No,
that person is a high elf performer.
Yeah.
So there's something like that. This is, and that I do not. I look like, but only vaguely look like that person. Like,
right.
Like you're. So you would be surprised about the appearance.
So you vaguely look like the drow, or the
the drow. The drow is how she looks now, but
does not look exactly like
the performer.
The performer is a high elf, or claims to be, and the appearance is very similar, but not quite right.
Okay,
so it's like a Hannah Montana situation.
A little bit.
Okay. So is Kaylin satisfied? Where's Kaylin at? Because it sounds like everybody else is in.
Once Emma grabs the box, I will quietly but very begrudgingly follow.
Okay.
Kind of just still a little bristly with the dog.
As I take the box into my hands, what do I notice about it?
He holds on to it for just a second when you're taking it, and he says, I know you're not the most trusting type. And, let's face it, I ain't either. But give it a chance. I think you might come around. And then he lets go of it. It's not very heavy. It has a little latch on it, but it seems like you could open it easily. And it's sort of like gold filigree around a sort of velvet casing.
Okay. Does it appear to be magical in some way, or what do I like? What do I
no? You can do a some kind of a perception, or
all right. I'm gonna do.
What's the investigation? Would be touching it, and perception.
Yeah, we're
would be
inside and it's night, correct?
Night is just falling, and you're inside the main room, and the little gnome is closing the curtain.
No, just. So yeah, because as a drow, if I'm in sunlight, I have disadvantage on perception, but I do not have that right now.
The gnome also hands, let's just say Kalen, because he's so big, a little hand-drawn map of the city that kind of gives you general directions on where you're going.
Sweet.
So my perception on the box is a 16.
16 tells you it doesn't seem to have any kind of trap. It seems like a very basic double hinge on the back and a simple clasp that doesn't seem very difficult to open.
Okay.
I'll walk up to Emma and say, "Hey, what'd that box do?"
She just says, "I guess we'll find out." So,
She asked how's her box.
All right.
did she hear Lucian? Did Lucian say that or not?
I mean, who knows with Tony sometimes. I don't know if he's actually saying it. Sometimes Tony is just making a joke, you know.
I know. That's why I'm asking if it was Tony or Lucian.
No. I was just taking it to make a joke.
Okay.
All right, so you got the map, you got the box. Are you guys heading out? You sitting down? You can have. There's a little bit of food out. You can sit and eat if you wish.
I would definitely have a nosh.
And he didn't. When he handed it to it, he didn't say anything about not opening the box while we were still here.
Nope, no instructions about that. So do you all sit down to eat a little bit, or I mean, at this point, Perv was out there early enough. He might be chowing down ahead of you guys.
Perfect's probably already shouted.
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
There's garlic bread.
I won't eat.
There's a couple of bottles of wine out, and the twins are sort of scurrying around and putting dishes out and taking things away as needed.
So yeah,
Right,
she slides the box into her cloak and then like takes a glass of wine and gets a little bit of food.
Okay. When you're done eating, whatever you have, if you have after dinner espresso or something, if they try to give Perv a less of an Americana and something else instead, when you're done, you guys are free to leave and start heading over towards nobody's dead yet, Ryan. Nobody's dead yet. Head over towards the inn. The inn is in the very kind of center of the city. You started out on the side that's inland, meaning the roads that come from all the other varying cities and through the hills and mountains lead towards this entrance, the city wall. And as you're moving across, you're moving west towards the bay, which is the other side of the city. But it's a very massive maze. And the further you get in, the less nature you kind of see, the more buildings you see, the more noise. And even as it's starting to get dark out, there are still enough lamps and things going and enough taverns in different sections of town that there's always things happening. It seems like there's always a lot of noise and carriages and things will go by. Is there anybody looking for anything, or do you just want to keep following the map?
As we're walking, she's looking for a place that might be a little bit secluded and off the beaten path where they can examine this box before they get to wherever he told them to go.
Sure. Right, so wait a minute. So we were given rooms, and what else were we given?
You were given an address where they said that there would be a room for each of you with a common area that you would have privately for yourselves.
So why don't we go to the common area to look at the box?
Because if she finds a spot, she wants to check this out before she goes into the place they set for her.
Well, you're passing several like taverns and town squares, like little park, like little, not a park, but little,
she's looking for something where there's not necessarily other people like immediately.
And certainly there will be little dark alleyways and stuff here and there, especially this time of night. There would be alleys, with trash and things out in it and stuff like that. If you're looking for that,
just a little bit of a off to the side alleyway or secluded spot, and
it's fairly easy to find with a city that big.
So I'm asking if Emma is looking for someplace to open that for her by herself.
So why don't Tony? Why don't you roll up?
She's looking, and as soon as she spots a place that so she's not saying that she's necessarily looking for.
Yeah,
but
Tony,
roll a spots a location that she.
If you want, Tony, you can roll a perception check to see if you notice her looking.
I rolled a 13.
You can't really tell. You're too distracted. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of noise, but you're just trying to stay with the group. and everybody's kind of caught up in, and you can decide for your character if
I
they've
would
been
say-
in a lot of big cities like this. Maybe this is a novelty, or maybe this is just a new city and you're kind of trying to get your bearings on where things are.
So, like, she wasn't necessarily trying to hide that what she's doing. She just didn't say anything until she spots a place. And as soon as she sees something that, like, off to the side that she's comfortable with, she's going to speak to the group and just basically that. Perhaps we should step over here for a moment. I think we should check this out before we go where they want us to. And then she's going to wander toward that thing.
We'll call it an alleyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sort of is a narrow space that has a dead end in between a couple of buildings, maybe one an inn and one a set of homes or apartments, those kind of things. Does anybody not follow her?
No.
Okay.
I'll follow her.
Everybody follows you in, and then what?
Okay. So as soon as we get kind of where we're out of sight, where I'll pull it out and examine the body again.
She pulled it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out. I used to have that sound effect, but
John, you're going to need this thing all the time.
So.
I know. Yeah, it's part of the fun. It's part of the fun.
And like, is there any? So you said it just seems like just a simple. There's nothing additional mechanical or nothing to it.
Nope.
It's a box.
It's just a nice box.
So, but she's going to hold it out and say, like, before I open this, do any of you want to examine it before we open it?
Yeah, I'll look at your box. No problem.
When you say that, she goes to hand it to you, and then at the same time she's handing it to you, she pulls her dagger and puts it to your throat and says, "Don't speak to me like that." And then pulls her dagger away and hands you the box.
We're just doing the way you talk. We're talking about it.
So,
all right. So, Tony, are you going to open it?
Yeah, I'll open her box.
Okay. Inside, in a sort of green velvet cushion, is what looks like half of a Magic 8-ball, like the toy. It's just a black half sphere, and it's got no markings that you can see, and it's just kind of resting in there.
So in her box is a black ball.
Sure. A half of us. It's
half of a ball.
It's like it's been cut in half, and it's got a flat side and then a dome, right?
Okay. So can we examine the half ball?
Yeah, you either are going to perceive it by looking at it or investigate it by touching it.
I'll do a perception. Well, let me do a perception first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an 8.
It's a half a sphere and it's black.
Can I reach over and just try to grab it without asking?
100%. Tony, do you try to stop him or you just let him do it?
No, well, let him do it.
When you touch it, you notice that it's almost like an inner light turns on, and a tiny red, like almost like an eye, appears in the center of it, and you hear a sort of like chime, like a sound, like it's awakening, and it says to you, "Hello, Perv. How can I be of assistance?"
Oh, that's some next level stuff right here. I rolled a 24 for investigation, by the way.
You can tell that this is clearly some kind of mixture of mechanical and magical, this device. It seems to speak very clearly. It knows you, obviously, by name. And the light has just a sort of steady, intense glow about it that sort of looks like it is studying you when you're looking into it.
Hey, how you doing? Good evening. My name's Perv Mervin. You can call me Perv. Most people do. It's short for pervert, but most of my friends call me Perv.
Yes, Perv. I am aware.
We were just kind of curious what the deal with it. We're kind of just curious what the whole deal with this box and what the deal with this little object was. So we're just checking it out.
Of course.
Perv. I found it kind of weird. The guy who gave it to us didn't really explain it.
I'm here to help you, Perv. Yes, I am your liaison, and if you have questions, I'm here to help you answer them.
Nice.
Great. Well, that answers my question then. So
it appears you have not found your way.
Smell you
to
later.
Beg your pardon inn. I think you would find it a more comfortable and secluded environment for conversation.
He's satisfied with the answer that it is some sort of personal assistant communication device. He doesn't need to dig much deeper than that at the moment. So he puts it back in the box.
Sure.
And
So
Goodbye, Perv.
You can't call you Siri because of copyrights and stuff?
Don't tell me what to do, Lucian.
so
Do you close the box, Tony? Because you put it back in the box you're holding. Or do you keep it open? What are you doing?
You can close the box, you put it back in it.
Oh, did you close it? Perv closed it? Okay.
Yeah. So when
I just put it back in the box. Lucian's still holding it.
Yeah.
I didn't take the whole box. I just
Then I'll
took
close
it.
it.
Okay.
Then I'll close
Goodbye, Lucian. It says as you close the box.
Oh, take it easy, guys.
So at that point, having heard this, Emma reaches out to take the box back from Lucian, and if he doesn't offer it, like she's like, I suggest Kaylin keep track of that for us.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Just a feeling.
I can take it.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that, Slappin. You have skills, but I'm not sure keeping track of magical items is a must.
I guess Emma likes them big, I guess. Okay.
All right. So then are we going to continue along our walk? Or is there more to discuss?
At that point, I just wanted to, before I walked into wherever we were going, I wanted to see what I was carrying. So
Sure. Of course.
Or at least I'm ready to head out, unless others can have.
So I've still got the map, and I was like dead on the map the whole time because big city, not cool.
Yeah.
But I'll hold my hand out for the box, I guess.
All right. Tony, are you handing it off to Kaylin?
Right now, we're all in the same. It's the beginning of the thing. We're all in the same boat.
Yep. Sure. It's starting to get a little dark out too. But as you're navigating your way along, you're getting closer to the city center. You are starting to recognize that different sections might have slightly different architecture or slightly different gentrification. So you might notice that we're in a section that had more dwarves or more orcs or what have you. But you do notice it's quite a conglomerate mixture that you have here. This is a very diverse city, maybe perhaps one of the most diverse you've come across in your lives. You can play that however you wish. Your character might have had an extensive time spent in big cities and have a similar experience in the past, but for most of you, maybe this is a unique experience in some ways. But you do find the inn fairly easily if that's your destination, if you don't make any more stops along the way. Everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions? Okay. You find the Beg Your Pardon Inn. It's got a lot of bright lights. It's very energetic out front. You can hear music coming from inside. The sound of maybe some guitars, and it says very easily Beg Your Pardon Inn. It's got several floors. It's about 3 or 4 stories tall. It seems to occupy one corner block and have 2 entrances that lead to the main downstairs floor where all the music is coming out. But it does seem to be a lively place with, new paint. It seems like a very upscale, at least I would say, maybe not upscale, certainly a festive, newly refurbished look to it that doesn't feel run down compared to maybe some of the other taverns you've come by up to now.
You said there's 2 entrances?
Yeah, it's on the corner of a street. So you can enter off of either of the 2 streets, but the doors kind of lead to the same floor level restaurant bar sort of setup.
But if there's a need to get out, there's 2 entrances. There's 2 exits.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, 2 that you can see from the street. It's possible that the other 2 sides might have back entrances and things like that. Right.
Okay.
I guess because I got the map, I'm going in first.
Right.
And I'm gonna.
He opens the door, and all of this music starts coming out. It's almost like you can hear a lot of just song and celebration sort of happening on the inside. What is up, Cliff? Good to see you, my friend. 9 months. Holy cow.
Wow.
I can't believe I've had members for 9 months. That's crazy.
It's crazy talk.
So I'm assuming everybody follows their way in.
Yep.
So it seems like there's a musician on the stage playing the guitar, but they seem to be one of those musicians who can play a lot of instruments simultaneously. They've got drums and things that they're tapping with their feet, and they've got a guitar, and there's just this fun kind of festive country music kind of vibe generating out of this place. Every server you see has a similar look. They are all of a same. They're human. They're all seemingly the same color hair, sort of short, slightly short brownish color hair. They're all men, and they all look clearly related. And you see at least 6 of them bustling around. There's one behind the bar. There's some serving drinks. There's someone running up the stairs that lead up to some rooms at the top, bringing towels and linens and things like that. So there's a lot of hustle and bustle. They're all wearing this similar kind of outfit, a simple colored shirt and pants. They all just looks like somebody cloned these boys, and they're all very, very similar, despite the fact that maybe you could tell that one might be a little older, that one might be a little younger, that kind of thing. But there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on.
Can I steer us towards what seems like the the reception area, the receptionist?
For sure. Around the back by the bar, and you can kind of see there is a reception area, and you can see some people are coming down the stairs away from their rooms and entering the common area. But you can see easily the bustiest woman you've ever seen in your life sitting behind the bar there, or behind the counter, checking people in. She's got just the happiest smile on her face, and she is she's got
drop that warning.
she's got amazing jewelry. She just looks so put together. It looks like it took her all day to get like this, but she's happy and jovial.
When I was a barbarian last time, why couldn't we had a busty woman?
Because I knew better.
Alec knew better. Yes. So before he goes off on whatever he's going to do to this poor woman,
right. Who is the first one to come up? Yeah, who's the first one to come to?
Do I recognize the musician?
Make a history check for me.
17.
Yeah, you do. He is, lesser known maybe in some circles, but certainly within the music circle, you have heard him before. He seems to travel around to different places, and you haven't seen him in perhaps a couple of years, but it looks like he's doing very well. His clothes look like somewhat newer. He looks like he's taking care of himself.
Okay.
And you know that he has this kind of a twangy guitar style.
Okay. Do I know if he knows my other persona?
If he saw you decked out to the nines, he probably would recognize you. But you also know that he is notorious for imbibing various substances, legal and illegal, and probably couldn't recognize his best friends on an average day if he wasn't given some kind of warning.
Okay. All right. So proceed to the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to keep on beelining to the receptionist.
Yeah.
She sees you coming up and she's like, "Well, my sugar, you are just about the tallest man I've seen today. How are you doing, honey?"
And I just kind of just nod and I'm here because the Don sent me.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. And these are all your friends? Oh, this is fantastic, gentlemen. Can I show you up to your room? Let me get one of my boys. Dose, come here. And she shouts to somebody in Spanish, and you see this boy come running up. He is definitely one of the older ones that you have seen coming up. This here's my son. He's going to take you up to your room and get you settled, to get you anything you need. If you need anything, if there's any problems, you just come down and let me know, okay?
And then I ask, is like, are there accommodations other than what the Don has provided?
We do have other rooms. If you find the space that you've been given is unsatisfactory to you in some way or another, but you let me know. You take a look at it. You tell me if it's not meeting your needs. I'm happy to make adjustments.
And I just nod, and I turn to the group, and I was like, and I just kind of gesture to follow the clone.
How tall is
number 2?
Can you remind me how tall Perv is?
Like
he's not super short. 3 feet. Oh, Sugar, you're so cute. You know, we have beds your size if you'd like me to bring up something special, but we have regular size beds. If you want something a little smaller, you let me know.
I'm sure whatever's up there is fine. I'm not too picky. Thanks, much obliged, ma'am.
So Dose starts walking towards the stairs, and he's got a handful of keys with him in his hands. He looks to like not be the kind to stand idle, so he's ready, and he's just watching to make sure if everybody's following him up.
His name Dose?
Dose, as in 2.
Second child.
Yeah, I got it.
So if everybody's following,
I'm following. Yes.
He leads you up to the second floor where there's a lot of like rooms that sort of look down over the main space, but then he takes you around to the side and opens a door that leads outside. And you notice that there are stairs on the outside of the building on the back. And he says, there's a private entrance to the section that you're going to. So you have your own exit. If you would like to go and not go through the main room, you can come down these side stairs whenever you want, but I'll take you to the front door to your apartment.
So as I see these, like this private exit, can I tell from there how like secluded it actually is from the street, that people being able to see us come and go?
So this is the third of the 4 walls of this square establishment. This one has an alleyway, and it's kind of narrow and quiet, and you can tell that nobody's using this for anything but maybe just trash and quick exit from one side of the street maybe to the other. So it's a very quiet section, and especially this time of night. It's basically dark. Yeah. Yeah. He closes that door. He said, and he holds out a key. He's like, this key, any one of these keys will open this door here on the outside. So you have a key that'll open this door, and then it'll also open the main door to your apartments. And he goes up, and he has another set of stairs going up on the inside, so you can go either way, but he'll take you on the inside up one more flight of stairs to the 3rd floor, which is basically the penthouse section. And he grabs one of the keys. He's like, all the keys open this main door, all of these 5 keys. And he opens it, and then he goes inside, and there's this big open, what we'll call it, living room space. There's couches, there's a table in the center, and then off of this are 5 other doors. And he lays the keys out on the table, and each key has a number to a door around the outside, meaning you have your own key to your room. However, that key will also open the main door and the side door if needed. Does that make sense? Hopefully I explained that okay. Might have been too many words.
No, makes sense.
There is no kitchen or anything like that, but you do have each room has a like a little latrine bucket. So if you need to use it in the night and chuck it out the window, you're certainly free to do that. Your windows face the back 2 corners of the establishment, meaning not the front entrance where the doors are. So if you threw something out your window, it'd land in the alley behind the building.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So he lays the keys out and stops to say, "And you had any questions? Anything I can help you with?" All right. So he goes out and he closes the door behind him.
I'm going to follow him out. I'm just going to follow him to the door. I'm going to follow him to the door.
Yeah.
And then as he closes the door, I'm going to try to open the door very quietly just to see which way does he go back.
Sure. He goes the direct route that takes him right down to the main lobby area.
So even though we kind of spiraled up to the backside, he went straight down to go fastest
Correct.
route to my
Correct.
mind, to my eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once I see Dose leave and like totally out of view, I close the door, I lock it back. I turn back to the group. It's like, so what do we do, guys?
Well, we have no. Did we?
So as you're doing this, I've already started walking around this main room doing like
investigations.
Yes, investigate. Oh shit, that's terrible. That's a 6.
There are 4 walls. One of them has the door to leave. One of them there's nothing on that wall because it must abut against other rooms. And then your 5 rooms are kind of on the other 2 walls leading to the 2 sides of the building. And each of you has a window that overlooks that.
Well, past my bedtime. I guess I'll turn in.
Yeah, nothing's happened so far, so I'm gonna hit the hay too.
I had grabbed just a random key off the table, so I grabbed key number 4.
Okay.
Does anybody else grab specific keys?
Seeing that Kaylin took number 4, I grabbed number 5.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Do they have adjoining doors? So
No, that would put me on the end, and that puts me with Kaylin between me and
Everybody else.
Yes, any of the rest of you.
I'll take number 1.
Each of the rooms has a bed that is of a similar size. They're quite large to accommodate slightly larger
number
people.
3, wink.
But Perv would fit
Number
way
2 for
more
me.
comfortably than anybody. And Kaylin, you'll probably just be on the edge of comfort in that bed.
Like normal.
There you go. Fair. And then who has the box? Kaylin's got the box still? Okay.
I got the box and the map.
And the map. I mean, it's ultimately just a napkin, but yeah.
Well, you said it was kind of like a map.
It was a crudely drawn like how to get to the inn kind of a
It
thing.
was a 5-year-old's map to the treasure. I get you.
Fair. So is everybody going to bed?
So I didn't do a very good job investigating, but I'm going to, as I'm
Investigate
looking
your room?
around the room again.
You can investigate.
How
your
big
room.
is this room? How big is our common area?
The common area would be about. Let's see.
Nice.
Sorry.
Don't apologize.
I'm trying to think of something to compare it to. Let's consider the common area to be like Rachel and Monica's apartment in Friends. That's how big that area is. It's quite large.
Okay.
Does that help?
And then how big is the individual rooms?
Individual bedrooms are kind of plain and simple. It's really just a bed, maybe a bedside table with a candle, with some candles for night if you need it, and then the window. There's not a whole lot else.
Okay,
So it's just a basic
pretty small space then.
Yeah.
Okay. As I'm standing there, I'm going to step where my room would be within the range, but maybe not the whole space as a result. And I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Sure. Go for it. Do you need to roll for that? I don't remember if you have to roll for that.
No, it's just it's for the duration you can sense concentration up to 10 minutes. For the duration, you can sense presence of magic within 30 feet of you. So I guess I can actually move around.
And what room number are you in?
I was in 5, but the way it reads, I could actually move around, and it stays within a 30-foot.
Because you can definitely detect magic through the wall from Kaylin's room, but there's nothing directly in your room that you're sensing, unless you're carrying an object.
Already went in there, so I know the box is in there.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
But nothing. I don't see. There's no other magic in the common area in my room that I've detected.
Correct. Nothing like that.
Okay. I guess then with that, she's gonna.
I like visual. I don't want to give like numbers count. CBiz. I like to just give visuals. It's more my style.
You do realize that like all our skills and abilities have numbers associated with them, so we know how big the room is.
Yeah, I know.
This spell says I could cast it for the room size of friends.
So once everybody kind of goes to rooms, or I'm in my room, I take the half orb back out.
Okay. Good evening, Kaylin. How can I help you?
And I ask, what is the extent of the room that we're in? Like, does the magic 8-ball, the magic 4-ball, 5-ball, whatever you want to call it, because it's half, does it know any like sentience other than who's got it in their possession?
Are you asking about my awareness?
Yes.
I can only see inside of this space, and my other half, twin, can see inside of its space.
Okay. Where's your other half?
My other half is with Donald.
What's Donald's real name?
Duck.
It is Donald. However, some people prefer to call him Donnie or the Don, as in there's not very many people in Dungeons and Dragons named Donald.
Does he wear pants?
Yeah, but he
And a hat.
a lovely sailor suit.
Little blazer and a hat on the weekends. No? Okay.
I am not aware of his wardrobe choices.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the ball back. Or put the. What did we call you?
Oh,
Before we do, I'm holding it in. What do we call you?
I am your helpful assignment liaison. You can call me Hal.
Hal. Okay. Okay, Hal. Okay, Hal.
That's not foreboding.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll tell you the next step in your assignment.
Okay, I put Hal back into the box.
Good night, Kaylin.
I open up the door. Is anybody still out in the main space?
Emma would still.
I'm fully knocked out in bed already.
Yeah. Perv and Lucian went to bed early. Slapping, are you out there still?
Yeah, I might be sitting out there for a little bit.
Okay. When I poke my head back out, I was like, "Did you guys know this thing had a name?"
No?
Just the two of them.
Emma would just be like, "You were standing there when we
Oh,
talked about it before."
I was trying to make out the map on the napkin. So.
So
I thought the name was Aware.
we did not ask if it had a name.
Yeah, Hal. The name of the orb thing is Hal.
That stops the Wikipedia to
Again,
around 9,000.
Again, I'm not at all foreboding of future issues.
And I just close the door after that, and I go lay down.
Yeah.
I make
At
sure
that
it's
point,
locked.
like Emma seeing that she's like up and only slapping is out there is going to be like, all right, I'm going to retire.
As everyone else has, I will too.
You are surprised at how nice a night's sleep you all get. It's almost as if the noise from downstairs doesn't seem to really filter up into your room at all, as if it was constructed in such a way that you are able to sleep despite the fact that, as far as you know, the party kept going into the night. It's morning time. You all wake up.
Yeah. I'll head out to the common area.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna. Yeah, yeah.
When Kaylin comes into the common area, their hood is down, so you get to see just again, still mask is up, but hood down and like hair down to like mid back, just wild hair, a couple braids through it, and then you can tell like the color of their skin is a little like that kind of like almost stone tan, like that really dark kind of tan, almost like a rock stone, but across their brow, like right close to their hairline, is just a ring of dark like granite tattoos almost that you couldn't see with the hood up.
Cool.
No noticeable pointy ears, but a lot of hair, so you don't know.
So are we on the common area now?
It would seem so.
Well, what does the box say?
Yeah.
So I grab the box out. It's like I look around, make sure is Perv out, is Emma out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So since Perv and
So, yeah,
Lucian
Emma,
were
being
asleep,
a full elf doesn't actually have to sleep, so she didn't she never actually.
Only have to meditate for 4 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, she's been up for a while.
so the two of them not being out there when I came to the revelation that the thing had a name. So I pull it out and it's like, okay, there's Hal, and I tell Lucian and Perv, this has a name. It's Hal.
Yeah.
Greetings, operatives.
And then I say, good morning.
So
Good morning.
So we know that half of it is at the Dons.
Yep, and I explained. Yeah, I explained it all. Like when I tell them their name, I tell everybody. It's like I asked. It's like I explained what the deal was with Hal.
Are you ready to proceed?
Well, hold on. So we talked to Hal, and I asked, does Don know what's going on here all the time because he has the other half?
He only knows what you wish him to be aware of.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Can you lie to us?
It's not like he's always listening. So he's not always listening to us.
I am only listening when you tap me to wake me.
So the way that I understand that is if he's in the box, it's not listening. If we're touching it, it's listening.
In theory.
In theory.
Yeah, it's more like class action lawsuit coming up.
It's as safe as your phone.
Oh, so not safe at all. Oh, God.
Not safe at all. Zero.
Not even slightly.
Zero reliability.
So good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and prompt it and ask. It's like, okay, what's the deal? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Greetings, operatives. The Golden Vault has learned that an item at the local Varkenbluff Museum of Natural History is about to go on display. However, this item is actually a dangerous thing that could potentially destroy the city. Your goal, should you choose to accept it, is to go and get this item from the museum. The person you should be seeking out is a doctor in the anthropology department who will have information about the object and give you information about how to retrieve it.
What's their
Tragically,
name?
there is no time to waste because this object will birth before the morning comes tomorrow.
Birth? Question? Birth? Hal?
Correct. It is my understanding that despite them thinking that it is a precious stone, it is in fact an egg.
What kind of egg?
This is uncertain. Perhaps the doctor will have more information.
What's the doctor's name? Just 20 questions here. Come on.
Dr. Jones. The dog was named Indy.
Dr. Jones, huh?
I have a feeling Dr. Jones is going to feel like it belongs in a museum.
Quite the opposite, in fact. Dr. Jones has been working very hard to remove this item from the museum and neutralize it.
So why hasn't he? She, whatever.
It would seem that there are powers working against him, and he has been unable to secure the item.
Where can we find this Dr. Jones?
He is routinely found at a small cafe directly across from the museum.
So,
not to be presumptuous, what does Dr. Jones look like? An anthropologist?
Anthropologist?
He wears a lot of beige clothing. He is popular with earth tones.
Fedora?
He is getting up in age and doesn't move around quite as well as he used to.
Little scar on his chin?
He enjoys hats, yes, and will have a pouch. But he is also expecting someone from the Golden Vault today.
Okay, so he's going to give us the objective, right? What to do.
Correct.
Mission. Yeah, well, okay.
He's going to give us the information we need to
for
find
egg.
it.
Well, what do we do with the bloody egg? We didn't steal it and just like walk away with it and make it.
Your task.
Herb stands up and starts making his way out of the room, and he says, "Sounds like omelets are on the menu, boys."
Yeah. Is this ball gonna like self-destruct after he gives us the?
No, Lucian. I will simply go to sleep if you wish it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So I look around. It's like, are we good? Can I put Hal away so we can actually talk?
Do we know where this? So we had a rudimentary map of how to get to the hotel, but do we know where this museum and cafe are relative to where we're at? Like, do any of us have the
The
knowledge?
museum is approximately 20 blocks north of your current position. It is hard to miss. It is quite large.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at navigating cities too.
Yeah, we just had to have some idea where we were going. So,
Would you like me to check traffic patterns?
Oh my God.
no, we're good.
I put Hal back in the box.
What's the weather conditions outside?
Throw the box into my satchel, into my bag.
Once we close Hal up, is Perv like left or is he leaving? Like, am I flagging down here?
Perv.
I mean, I'm not like getting.
You said you headed toward the door.
far.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, I'm opening the door and looking back at you guys impatiently, being like, I'm not going to go charging off by myself. Huh?
Before we
Perv's a man of action.
To start this, obviously the Dawn gave us a little bit of a rundown of what we're supposedly capable of, a very generic set of statements. Perhaps we should discuss what our skills are before we go and try to approach this person to decide who should be approaching and how we want to do this. Perv, would you like to go first?
Sure, I guess so. I've got some thieves tools. I got these cool dice made out of bone. I got this little pouch full of stones that I can imbue with power and like throw them and they go do damage, and I can give guidance. But until I get a little bit more money and experience under my belt, I'm kind of stuck with my inventing at the moment because I don't have a workshop or tools or, like materials.
So you're not our conversationalist. Is that what you're telling me, Perv?
Definitely, I would say probably not.
Okay. It's good to understand our strengths and weaknesses.
You got to know your own strengths and weaknesses.
That's right. Slappin', what about you? What do you bring to this group here?
I can punch stuff.
There you go.
And slap.
Yeah, it's slap. Tickle.
Slap and punch and tickle. Hey.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sneaky and stuff like that. But I know how to get around a city.
Okay. Kaylin, what about you?
Kaylin grabs a hold of the hilt on their hip, and as they grab the hilt, the little amber-colored jewel at the end of the hilt glows just a little bit, and you get a puff of like sparks and smoke show up in the middle of the table. And I cast Prestidigitation, and it's just like without saying a word, just like just put my hand down, and that's what happens.
And she kind of looks at, rolls her eyes a little bit. Very helpful.
Pull my hair around, put my hood up.
Lucian, he said you were a man of many faces. What does that mean? What do you bring? What do you bring to the table?
Well, I'm trying. Hopefully, I can bring to the table that I can find information, that I can walk into any situation, that I can talk to people, upper class to lower class, to find information, and to do what we need to do to make the mission or whatever complete. It sounds like a business. It sounds like a job interview. God damn it.
Well, I have similar skills, Lucian, to being able to talk to a wide variety of people, as well as obviously the Don gave away my other persona and obviously skills along those fronts. my suggestion would be as we approach and we find this Dr. Jones, that Lucian and I take the lead in talking to him, whether Slap and Perv and Kalen maybe spread out and see if we're being observed, make sure that the scene is what we're not taken by surprise by any other factors.
I can talk.
Yes, yes, but I think slapping your skills would be more if someone means us harm, identifying a threat and taking care of it.
Fair enough. Whatever it is, let's get on the road.
Very well.
Slapping it. Is your middle name Tickle?
My last name's Tickle.
Oh, is it? Okay, good.
Slap and Tickle.
Slap and Tickle.
Slap and Tickle. Just want to make sure.
All right, but that, yeah,
All right, let's do it.
She realizes that's about all she's going to get from them.
All right, so you guys heading back out?
Yep.
Yeah.
How are you guys wanting to exit? Do you want to? Does it matter which way?
Well, I'm headed straight for the back way.
All right. So it puts you. That alleyway seems a little bit nicer as the morning sun is just sort of coming out, so you can get a sense that where it sits in the city a little bit, but it's really early, so there's not a ton of traffic and noise out right now. Occasionally, a cart might roll by, or somebody will be selling something on a corner.
Okay. So yeah, hood up and headed out.
All right. A lot of shops aren't quite open yet. It's pretty early, but you can definitely see the people going to work in different places. And when you get closer to the museum is quite large. You can almost see it a few blocks away, peeking above some of the smaller buildings. It's a massive stone building, and the facade has these stairs leading up to it, and it's very ornate design. And across the street from it, you can see this little cafe with an outdoor seating space, but also indoor with fairly clear glass windows so you can look out. And inside, you can tell there's not a lot of people in there. Most people are just grabbing something and leaving, but this one guy is definitely your guy. And he is sitting there staring intently at the front entrance of the museum.
So,
Tony?
Go ahead, yeah, Lucian.
The map that Kalen has.
It was really just leading you from the restaurant to the inn. It wasn't like a city map.
It's not a city map.
How big is that piece of paper?
So it's like a napkin.
Oh, it's not a legit piece of paper. Like we can't add to it if we wanted to.
No, but it'd be fairly easy to get paper, or a scroll or parchment, as it were.
Yep.
If any of you have navigation skills, as it were. Yes, Tony.
Okay. Is there any way we can get a map of what the shops are in the town?
I don't know how to answer that question for you, Tony. If only you had a tool where you could ask somebody.
Can we pull out that 4-ball? Because it's half.
Let's not do that out in the public. No, we're not doing that.
He also just said that the shops aren't open yet, so it's a moot point to know where the shops are.
Yeah.
Moot point.
Tony wants the shop.
It's a cow's opinion.
When we approach the museum and then we see the cafe, Emma's going to suggest that the group like separate so that it's not the 5 of us don't enter at once. And before we do enter, that we like kind of walk the block at least once and kind of scout the area around it. It's going to be her suggestion.
So we just go and talk to the guy.
Why are we so paranoid?
Emma is paranoid.
We're about to commit a crime.
I mean, there's that too.
we're
you're talking to a guy in a coffee shop. I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't done anything yet.
So you just trust the Golden Vault?
I don't trust anybody, but we're just going.
Then why would you take the directions and walk in blind to a meeting that they set up?
Because if he wanted to do something to us, he would have done it whenever he had us back at his little restaurant where no one else was.
I'm not concerned about the Don or Dr. Jones at this point. I'm concerned with us. Our intention is that we're going to steal something from a museum. So making sure that the fewest people around clock us as a group and can later identify us would probably be a good thing.
No,
Okay.
I may have underestimated you to start with. Very well said. I apologize.
Good job, Perv.
Oh, let me be clear. Perv's intelligence is quite high.
So I'm gonna grab Perv at his notion. As I'm gonna grab Perv, and we're gonna keep walking towards the museum while Emma,
Someone
Lucian,
else goes into the.
I'm going to bring
Emma
Lucian with me, and we're going to kind of circle the other way around.
Slappin's going with the two of you.
Yeah,
I'll just
or
sort of stay here.
I'm going to have on the street. Are there benches? Is there anything like where
Slapping against the wall, if nothing else?
Kind of just hang out for a minute and not be conspicuous.
There's definitely some benches on the museum side, people could sit out there in front. There are tables and chairs in front of the cafe, so people can take their beverages out and sit out in the open air if they choose.
Yep, I'm gonna walk towards a bench on the other side with Perv, hopefully.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take Lucian and kind of circle the opposite direction of Kaylin and Perv, and then suggest that Slappin maybe take a bench across the street and just kind of keep his eyes open.
I think I'm just going to go inside and get me something to drink and sit at the outside tables, separate from everyone else.
That works too. That works.
I can over here. I can maybe over here, and then be separate and have a view of other stuff.
Yeah. Perfect. So
I'll go and do that.
You guys notice? Sorry.
Go ahead.
You guys notice that it's still fairly early, but people are coming in and out, getting some tea or some things like that at the shop, grabbing a pastry or something like that on their way to their jobs. And you can occasionally see some people that look like they might work in the museum going up the front entrance. There's a guard because it's not open, unlocking the door and letting people in, and then locking it again behind them. And our intrepid Dr. Jones seems just madly intent on the front entrance and not really focusing on any of you. Even if he glances over as who's that giant guy sitting on the bench, he goes back to the door pretty quickly and is not focusing on you guys.
So we don't. It seems mostly clear there doesn't appear to be anybody else kind of watching the cafe.
No.
Okay. So having done kind of a quick circle and with everybody the other three kind of separated, Lucian and I'm gonna. Let's actually roll it. And what you guys can you all do perception checks? Let's do that. That's probably more entertaining. Yeah. It is morning and it's outside, so I gotta.
Yes.
Dirty 20 for me.
Oh, didn't change.
Dirty 20 for me.
15.
14.
Okay. The 14 Tony notices nothing. It's a beautiful day and birds are flying. Kaylin and Emma don't feel like there's anything going on. They feel like it's pretty clear that this is pretty nondescript or whatever. Slappin and Perv, you get the sense that maybe in your walk there might have been people watching you, not necessarily the museum or Dr. Jones, but you got this sense that maybe there was just eyes around.
Okay.
But we can't pick them out. We just feel like we're being watched.
No, yeah, just the sense that the city never sleeps, I guess is the way to say it.
So having done our little circle, feeling pretty comfortable that there's no, at least in my perception check, I'm going to message Perv, I guess. Well, yeah, because I can only message one person. If Perv is with Kaylin, I'm going to message Perv and say, we're going in. And basically nod to so yes, I have the message spell. So
okay.
I can whisper within 100, as long as I'm within 120 feet, I can whisper a message, they can hear it, and then they can whisper a reply back to me. So
I reply back, Just be careful. I think we might be being watched.
And you see her kind of nod her head as, like, in response to that, as her and Lucian approach the cafe and head in to talk to Dr. Jones.
All right. So we all go. We're all going in, right?
No, you and I are going.
Just
The
you.
rest are
Just
watching.
Okay.
I'm sitting outside.
No.
Okay. He's still staring at the across the street, so he doesn't quite notice you unless you say something to him.
So yeah, I'm gonna go up to the little thing and order myself a coffee, and then once I get the drink, or once Lucia and I get drinks, we're gonna like turn and I'm gonna. Good morning, Dr. Jones. So nice to see you today.
And he startles a little bit, and then he's like, he looks at you both, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're finally here. I've been waiting all morning for you."
Yes, it's a beautiful morning that we wanted to take in. It's so glad that we were able to run into you. And I sit down.
So he says, "Is this it? Just the two of you? How are we possibly going to solve this problem with just two of you?"
For the moment, the two of us are having this conversation with you.
Look, nobody is believing me. Nobody's taking this at all seriously. I've tried to talk to my superiors at the museum. I've tried to talk to the authorities, and everybody is ignoring me. And there's a ticking time bomb in there, and this whole city is in danger.
From what?
And he pulls out of his satchel a leather-bound tome, and he shares this drawing he's got inside of one of the pages, and it looks like this. And he says, "This is what they're calling the Merkmeyer stone, but it's not. It instead is an egg, and there's an eldritch horror inside of it, and you don't want to deal with that problem. We need to get that thing out of the museum, get it to me as quickly as possible so that I can neutralize it and we can save this city."
And how do you suggest? Why is it you haven't been able to remove it yourself?
I tried, and they caught me, and I've lost my job at the museum. I'm probably going to be losing my job at the school where I teach, all over this stupid stuff I never wish I found in the first place. Oops, sorry. Kaylin, I can hear you like breathing into your mic. Sorry. It's like there's a wind blowing all of a sudden.
The wind blowing.
You're good.
So,
here's what I've been promised. Besides just saving the city, they told me that they would give each of you 20 gold, and I'm offering you my satchel. And he shows it to you, and you recognize that it's a bag of holding.
Okay.
All right.
If you can get that thing out of there and get it to me in time.
And how much time do we have?
By dawn tomorrow morning, I predict this thing will hatch. Of course, it's not an exact science, but that's what I am perceiving.
So if you as a member of the staff were unable to retrieve the item, what is your suggestion for how we should get in and out without being seen?
I am not skilled in any of the things that I believe you might be skilled in. I was doing my best I could within a system that clearly did not want me to succeed. The good news for you is there are opportunities. Tonight is the big museum gala, and they're going to be revealing this item to the community.
So it's going to be the main display.
It'll be on display at this event. It'll be put out officially on display and then out overnight once the museum closes. I hear that it's possible that one of you has gained access to the event tonight, and you all now have passes. They should be back at your inn at the front desk, so you can go to the event tonight. They've even provided you with wardrobe because this is kind of a fancy shindig if you choose to go tonight. However, the museum opens in a few hours, and you're welcome to go in at that time if you want to go in. I have money for you to pay for tickets if you want to go in.
So we
After
can go
hours, you could also try to go in after hours. I mean, look, guys, this is not my area. You guys need to figure out a way to get in there any way you can and get this thing and get it back to me.
So basically, we can go before the party.
You could go. I mean, if you wanted to try break in now, you certainly could. But the more ruckus you make, the more problems you might get. Right? There's guards in there working. I was arrested by the city police twice trying to steal this thing back out.
Do you know? Can you provide us with a map of the museum, where this is being stored, where it's going to go on display?
So he pulls out, let me do share screen, a map that he gives you that's clearly in his handwriting. Let's see what it is. And this is what it looks like. And he has done his best. He says, I've done my best. I don't know every single door and entrance and exit in this museum, but I've done my best to mark down places that I think you can access easily, passageways that I know where they are, but I know that after hours there are alarms. I know that there are more guards after hours. I'm sure there are doors that I don't know, passages that I'm not aware of, but this is the facility as best as I can remember all the ins and outs.
And go ahead, Tony.
I'm just looking.
Sorry, do you need me to zoom in on any particular part?
So as I look at the map, I'm going to ask him.
I emailed it to you, Tony. You can open it yourself. It's in your email.
Yeah.
I got it open here. So what
Okay.
So, like, and looking at the map that he's handed us, I'm going to be like, okay, you've marked where the stone is to be put on display. Is it currently being stored there before it's on display tonight, or is it?
It wasn't there yesterday when I tried to break in, so I'm not certain where it's being kept prior to the event, but it's obviously in the building somewhere.
Okay. And you say there's a basement that you know how to get, you know where the entrance is from the outside, but you do not know where this basement, how to access the basement from anywhere else but the outside.
Correct.
Okay.
And there's also an attic at the top. So I don't think any of you look like you could fly, but there is an attic at the top of the building. Perhaps that would be useful as well.
Okay.
And the museum is, what time does the gala start tonight?
Great question.
Yeah.
See, the exhibition starts at 6 and the museum closes and the gala ends at 8.
Okay. Gala 6 to 8, museum closes at 8. Does the museum close prior to the gala? Like, it's going to be open today.
There'll be certain parts of the museum that will be open during the gala, but the section where the stone will be on display during the event is only by invitation.
No, my question is, like today, like you offered us access to walk around the museum today to get a feel for things. Are they closing the museum prior to the gala?
No.
Okay. So the rest of the museum is going to be open. What time does the rest of the museum close?
I think the whole museum is open all the way till 8. It's just that one section that's by invitation only.
The one section is by invitation. And what is that just the gemstone wing, or is that
correct?
The second floor?
It's just the gemstone wing.
Okay. And where can we, once we secure the stone, where will you be to meet us?
I've secured an apartment upstairs above this cafe, and I will be waiting here for you. You just need to get it to me. So right across the street.
So, and you will be here all day?
I'm not going anywhere, man. This is all I can think about.
Yeah, right. Man.
Lucian, you have any other questions for Dr. Jones?
So the museum is opening now.
In the next few hours. Sure.
We have invites and clothing.
Well,
so you have invites. I got money to get you tickets to go in if you want to go in right now. You have special invitations to go to the event tonight at 6, and then wardrobe that you can wear to blend in as best you can.
Yeah, I think we'll take the money because we need to look at the building to find out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he passes you a handful of tokens. Let's say 5 tokens to get in.
Okay.
Before I get up to leave him, on our way here, did I notice any other like nearby cafes or places like within walking distance that I could round the group back to?
That's a great question. Yeah, let's just say that there's a couple of restaurants that have been opening up in the last hour that you can see kind of on the other sides of the square. That's the front entrance space here.
So okay. So I'm going to thank him. I'm going to thank Dr. Jones. I'm going to.
Well, hold on. I'm not ready. I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So in the place, is there anybody we should know in the place in the museum?
Obviously, there's a head main museum curator who has been something of a thorn in my side this whole time. We got to remember the guy's name. Sorry. Where's this guy's name? Goodness. Alda. I just read the name for the first time. Alda Arkin is the head of the museum, the head curator for the museum, and something of an antagonist for Dr. Jones. So he's an elf, and he's been basically running this place like his own little fiefdom, and he won't listen to anything except his own purse strings, and he knows this is going to draw a lot of money for him.
So that's the curator. You said security, yes. Like
there are guards
in the evening. Like in general, how many are we looking at? Like during the day, like in the evening, do you have any idea of like numbers?
There's only a handful of guards during the day, I would say in the neighborhood of 4 to 6. But at night, after the museum closes and with this big event, there could be as many as 12 of them.
12 guards. Okay.
So at night there's more.
Yes.
Do you know the name of the head of security for the museum?
I do. Yes, his name is Darrison Blackwaters. He's a former soldier. He used to work in the city with the city police, and this must be his retirement gig. He takes it very seriously, and he's watching for me. I can't even get within 100 feet of that place.
Okay. Is there anyone else that works in the museum that is sympathetic to your position? Any potential allies on the inside?
No, everybody doesn't believe me. A few of my students that were on the dig with me might be sympathetic because they liked me, but they're just kids and they don't know anything about this. And again, they're probably in the pocket of the head of the museum anyways.
Is there a host for this gala tonight? You know, is it other than the curator? Is there somebody?
It's the museum, the museum and the curator are hosting this event. There will be some of the local high society folks, there to celebrate the museum and pay homage.
Okay. Lucian, you have any other questions?
Not right now.
Well, We appreciate your time, Dr. Jones. We'll be in touch. And with that, I'm going to get up. And as I get up, I'm going to message in turn Perv and Slappin and Kaylin and basically suggest we meet, like take separate paths, but meet at one of the other restaurants like across the square to reconvene.
The whole time they would have been in there, I would have been trying to perceive if I could see someone.
Sure, it was you and was it?
Yeah,
you and Perv were the ones. So if you guys want to do another perception check,
yeah, all three of you probably,
because you were out there a while waiting. If you want to do another perception check to see if
21
we're able to target it.
Perv got a 1.
So Perv fell asleep.
Perv fell asleep.
Well, I was watching the guard every time he opened up the door. I was kind of like watching where he held his keys.
So Slappin', you notice like 1 block away, there seems to be looking out of an alleyway, a figure mostly in like black, ninja-like black, neck to toe, with a little black cloak, just peeking out and looking at basically you and your friends. Maybe they don't, with a 21, I'll say that they don't notice you noticing them, but you can tell they're looking at your crew a little bit. And if you guys are all heading over to the other restaurant, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just wanted to reconvene someplace.
Yeah.
Nearby.
I was just going to have this as a break point for all of us. If we're all going to convene there, then we can pick it up next time with a debrief strategy plan for next time. Unless there's more.
I nudge Perv, wake him up a little bit from the bench, and I ask him, "Is like Perv, how good are you at making a distraction?"
Well, I guess it depends on the level of distraction, how many people you want to distract, and the length, and what you want to do while the distraction is being. There's a lot of variables there, my guy.
Nod over to the guard that has kept on opening up the door for people.
Yeah, I mean, I can do my best to distract that homeboy.
So, right as we see Emma and Lucian leaving the cafe towards the place that Emma had suggested, and we see Slappin' go. It's like, okay, it's like on our way, and I kind of try to convince Perv to try to distract the guard as we're walking past towards the other cafe.
And in what manner is this distraction? What are you What are you asking him?
Yeah,
I walk up to the guard and I say,
"Hey there, a quick question. You know what a Cleveland steamer is?"
Thankfully, the glass doors separating you from him are so thick. He's doing like
there wasn't doors a second ago.
He was locking and unlocking the door, letting people in and out.
I thought he was outside. He wasn't outside letting people in.
He was on the inside opening it and letting people in and then closing it.
I totally heard that wrong.
No, sorry. You can change your mind.
No.
Well, it's all right. I give him a wave and walk back.
I try to I grab Perv and I see it. Can I look inside the glass door?
Yeah, I mean through the glass doors you can see the open lobby space. I got to bring up the map again here. First floor, grand entrance.
I mean, I have it here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a big open space. You can see the stairs on the far side that would lead up to the second floor. You can see the gift shop, and there seems to be some kind of a centerpiece in the middle of the room there, and some doors on either side, little pathways.
We go to meet up with the rest of the crew.
Okay. And we will call it quits for episode session 1 right there. So a huge thanks to everybody in the chat. I know I didn't pay a ton of attention to the chat, but you guys were pretty damn funny tonight, especially JSS Brooklyn dropping links up for stuff all the way through. I appreciate it, man. That was very funny. everybody, the plan is to be back again next week, but then it's possible that there will be a 2-week session off after that, because I know JP is doing a little traveling. We might be on for these first 2 and then off for the next 2, but I will reconvene with the group and then you'll see what's coming. But definitely back next week, as far as I know.
Sweet.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you again next time.
See ya.